Hey there, friends! Today we're going to read a book called Weather. This book was written by Pamela Chenko and Daniel Morton. Let's look at the cover right here. Can you tell me, what can you see? What can you identify in this picture? There's a lot of things to see. We have two girls holding an umbrella. And look at this. What is the weather like? It is raining. What can you predict that this book is about? What can we predict? Maybe it's about the different kinds of weather. Let's find out. When it is sunny, look at that beautiful sun coming up over the mountains. You can play outside. Look at that. When it is sunny, you can play outside. That's a good time to play outside. Ooh, what weather is this right here? When it is rainy. It's raining right here. What can we do when it's raining? What do you think? You can splash in puddles. Look at that. We have puddles outside. When it is hot. What can we do when it's hot? You can go to the beach. That is the best time to go to the beach, is when it's hot outside, because then you can go in the nice cold water. When it is cold, look at all that snow. That would be really cold. What can we do when it's cold? You can go ice skating. That is a fun thing to do when it's cold. When it is snowy, look at the snow falling down. What can we do when it's snowy? You can build a snowman. Look at this beautiful snowman they made. When it is windy, look at the leaves blowing in the wind. What can you do when it's windy? You can fly a kite. Wow, there's all kinds of things that we can do in the different kinds of weather. Look at this. It says on warm, sunny days, it makes us want to go outside and play. Have you ever wondered how the sun keeps the earth warm? The sun's rays, called solar radiation, are made of heat and light energy. The rays shine on the earth, traveling through the atmosphere and warming the air and the earth's surfaces, the land and the seas. Some of this radiation bounces off the earth and goes back into space, but a lot of it is trapped in our atmosphere, and that's what keeps us warm. Wow, that's really cool to know about when it's warm outside. Ooh, how about the rain? What makes rain? Much of the Earth's surface is covered by the water that makes up the oceans. It is salt water. The heat from the sun changes some of this water into vapor, an invisible gas that rises up into the atmosphere, leaving the heavy salts behind. High up, it's cooler, and that makes the tiny water particles condense into water drops. The drops become heavy and fall back to earth as rain. The rainwater is clean and fresh, giving plants, animals, and people the water they need to drink and grow. That's really cool to know what makes the rain. Ooh, in the summer, it gets hot. Often the lakes and oceans get warm enough for swimming. But why does this happen? Well, the Earth is tilted on what we call its axis. So for part of the year, half of the Earth is in the sunlight more of the time. The days are longer, and that part is actually closer to the sun. And when the sun rays are coming from a closer distance, they're more direct and hotter. We call that summer. The part of the Earth that is at the equator and closest to the sun all the time is always hot. In winter, it gets cold. The tilting of the Earth, the same thing that gives us summer, also makes winter. Half the year, part of the Earth tilts away from the sun. This part is in darkness more of the time, and the days are shorter. It is also further from the sun, so the sun's rays have to travel farther to reach it. It is winter in this part of the Earth, and we feel the lack of heat as coldness. At the North and South Poles, it is colder all the time. The tops of the mountains are colder too. Up there, the air is thinner and can't hold the heat like the thicker air at lower altitudes, so it stays cold. Snow sometimes falls in winter. Snow is caused by the same process as rain, with water evaporating from the oceans and rising to become tiny droplets high in the clouds. But if the air is very cold, below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the droplets crystallize into tiny snowflakes. These intricate ice crystals then fall back to Earth as snow. Look very closely at a single snowflake. You'll be able to see its six-sided structure. Look at another. Each one is different and beautiful. The air you feel moving against your skin is what we call wind. Wind is the result of patterns of air pressure that the sun creates when it strikes the surface of the Earth. Land absorbs radiation faster than water and cools down faster too. So when the warm air over the land rises up, it creates lower pressure underneath it. This sucks cooler air in from over the sea, and we feel this as a cool breeze. Because the surface of the Earth is so varied, the air is in constant motion, making soft breezes, strong winds, and even storms. The end. Wow, we learned some really cool things about the weather and what makes the weather and what we can do in certain types of weather. So maybe you can go check outside, see what the weather is like, and see which activity you should do today. All right, friends, I will see you next time. Bye.